Hi, everyone. Welcome to today's Wealth Building with Cryptocurrency. I'm Chanel Pierre-Louis, also known as Coco Crypto. Today, I'm hoping to provide you with tremendous empowering information concerning cryptocurrency and digital assets. I'm really excited for all the participants that are here today. I hope that you can walk away with some valuable information. There is an agenda for today's class that I'll get into, but I just wanted to introduce myself and thank you so much for being here. Today's agenda, we'll be discussing the fourth industrial revolution and the great wealth transfer. I think it's very important to have a historical context as to where we are in this new paradigm that we're entering, which is the fourth industrial revolution and this new creation of the digital asset class that's being created. So we'll briefly discuss that with the great wealth transfer. We'll go into briefly what is crypto. I think a lot of people have a lot of confusion about what crypto is, and I'll try my best to provide basic understanding. Also, we'll go why you and why now. I'll go into detail as to why I believe this is the greatest financial asset vehicle class that's being created and the financial opportunity before us. If there's time at the end, I will, if you put any questions in the chat, I'll try to answer them at the end of the presentation. There'll be a brief testimony from one of my first clients, and then we'll go over the next steps of how I want to share this information and knowledge and how we can get you involved in cryptocurrency and investing on your own. The fourth industrial revolution, that's where we're currently entering. We're entering a phase where everything that we deal with on a day-to-day basis will be in a digital format. As you know, over the last 10 years, social media has taken over our lives and is an integral part of how we deal with day-to-day. This mass computing is going to continue, and everything that we know is going to be tokenized, and this will be done using cryptocurrency and blockchain technology. We're currently in a phase where computers and networks will be talking to one another. There'll be more robotics used. Our medical records will be digitized. Everything that we know will have a digital format in some way or form. It will be part of the way we live our daily lives. And cryptocurrency is the network or system that this revolution will be built on and be used. And we have an opportunity right now to invest in cryptocurrencies and become part of this revolution and be part of this new asset class that's being created. This is just a brief outline of the traditional asset classes that we currently have. If you look on the left side, you'll see the traditional asset classes, which is cash. Equities would be considered stocks and options. We have bonds, real estate, gold, precious metals and commodities. Silver would fall under that class. And then we have alternative investments, which would be luxury vehicles, fine art, antiques, and things of that nature. The digital asset class is the first class that's going to be created since 1792 when the New York Stock Exchange was created. That's over 230 years since an asset class has been created. So there's a tremendous opportunity when you can think about we're entering a brand new asset class and we have the opportunity to participate, be early investors, and then reap the rewards of this asset class growing over time. The great wealth transfer. I know many of the people on this line, we fall in this class of Generation X and the millennials. We have something really great to look forward to. We're on the precipice of a $30 trillion transfer of wealth. It is the largest transfer of wealth in human history, unseen before. This wealth transfer will make you you will have 5 times more net worth than your parents did. This wealth transfer will create more millionaires, billionaires, and trillionaires than the world has ever seen. Because millennials were the first generation to be digitized, we were the first to have Atari, Nintendo, Super Nintendo, the internet, .com, social media. Since we were in grade school, we've already been conditioned to accept technology and accept the digital world. And when this money, as we inherit this money over the next 25 years, we will reinvest it in new asset classes and new financial vehicles. And that has everything to do with cryptocurrency and blockchain technology. So really this digital revolution is really being fueled by the youth. So anybody who's under 40, this generation, we have new ways of getting financial advice through group share groups, think tanks. As you can see recently with the stock market, the GameStop, the Reddit forum, there is YouTube, there's Twitter. So we're not learning our financial advice from the known standard conservative institutions. We're learning it from visionaries, people who are in the tech class, and we're sharing a lot of information via social media. What is crypto? Well, the most common known crypto that everyone probably knows is Bitcoin. But Bitcoin is just one of many cryptos. There's over 8,000 cryptos. About 3,000 of those 8,000 are currently exchanged throughout the world. Bitcoin is the king of cryptos, if you want to say. It owns 60% of the market dominance. But there are other cryptos that are have probably more use case than Bitcoin and are relatively cheap to the price of Bitcoin. Bitcoin right now just broke this weekend at $50,000. It's very exciting in the crypto space for it to reach that amount, but there are other cryptos that people need to be aware of that have more use case than Bitcoin, more connections around the world, and that can provide us with the same return on our investment. So that makes it really, really exciting. So cryptocurrency is a medium of exchange value, just like ordinary money, but it just exists in the digital world and relies on encryptation, which makes transactions secure. Cryptocurrency is an alternative form of payment to cash, credit cards, and checks. The technology behind it allows you to send it directly to others without going through a third-party bank. So right now in the traditional system, we use banks as verifiers of transactions between us and merchants, between customers and banks. So that is the purpose of the banks right now. But with this new technology, we can actually duplicate what the bank does without them. So we're able to send payments directly to one another, removing bank fees and other things attached with associated with using a bank. So right now we are, even though we use our debit cards, a lot of us don't use cash anymore. We're moving every day, every year, we're moving closer and closer to a cashless society. I don't know if you noticed, since the pandemic, you can go pay for it at a retailer. They'll tell you they don't accept change. They want exact amounts. So they're moving us along into this cashless society where we're going to be completely, fully digital. A lot of you may not know, but on the first stimulus package last year, there was a bill to implement a US digital wallet. So there was a bill that every US citizen, it was actually supposed to be implemented as of January 21st, 2021, would have with custody a wallet on their smartphone through an app. And so stimulus payments would no longer go through your bank, but they would actually be delivered through this app where you would be able to spend money. So If you can notice in the news that so many people didn't receive the stimulus payment, you know, how many millions of Americans, some don't have, they're not associated with the bank, or they don't have digital access to apps. Millions of Americans did miss out, or as they call them, the unbanked, miss out on the stimulus payment. So as a remedy to that situation, the government is looking to implement digital wallets. And moving forward, we could receive stimulus payments through digital wallets, and we could also receive tax returns through digital wallets. So there will be a direct, the government will have direct connection to you to send you money without the intermediary. Part of cryptocurrency, so cryptocurrency, so some cryptos are strictly for currency purpose, so they transact like money. But there are other cryptos that are what we call tokens, and they run on blockchain technology. Blockchain technology is a network of computers having an identical copy of the database and changing its records by a common agreement based on pure mathematics. So these are complex computing systems where they're able to verify transactions, and they verify that on what they call the blockchain. Blockchain technology also allows you to create your own cryptocurrency and issue your own token. Hence why there's over 8,000 cryptocurrencies currently created. A token is a type of privately issued cryptocurrencies. It's a unit of value that an organization creates to regulate and self-govern its business model. The closest comparison that I can make is that tokenization is very similar to stocks and a stock certificate. So if you were to have a token of a particular crypto, you buy into that business model, and you get to share in the rewards of that business model. I'm going to give you an example. I own a token by the name of Theta token. It's actually my #1 crypto. It has brought in the most returns on my investment. It's a token that is Theta is a company, and they're creating a system, a global video streaming system. I would give them in comparison, they will be something like a YouTube, but not completely. They're way much more than that, because they just wouldn't do just video streaming. They would be a combination of video streaming. So it would be, if you can imagine YouTube combined with Netflix combined with a gaming system, that's what Theta represents. It's a global streaming system where we would share. I own the Theta token, so now I'm in the network. And because I'm in the network and I'm facilitating the distribution of this token and its use case around the world, I get rewarded in their subsequent token, which is T-Fuel. And so because I'm a Theta holder, they pay me in interest. They pay me in T-Fuel, which also has a cash equivalent value. So it benefits, so as the coin increases, not only do I get value for the price increasing, but I also get a value for participating in this network by getting the T-Fuel, which is just a percentage. They pay you a percentage monthly in T-Fuel. Great thing about Theta, I'm giving you a free crypto right now, is that Theta will be built into all Samsung TVs within the next 5 years. Return on your investment. So that's the reason why I'm sure everyone is on the call today. There's been nonstop news, I would say, over the last 30 to 60 days concerning Bitcoin and Bitcoin's price. Bitcoin, its previous all-time high before 2020 was $20,000, and that was in 2017. And right now we're in February of 2021, and we just passed the $50,000 mark, which is tremendous growth for Bitcoin. If you look at the chart on the left, it's a comparison of returns. The very dark green line is Bitcoin, and this is a graph taken from 2019 when actually Bitcoin was in a bear market. So we have Bitcoin, 2019, it looks like mid-2000 and summer of 2019, it hit 230% return, came down and ended the year slightly about 130%. But if you compare it with all the other traditional asset classes that I went over in the beginning of the presentation, you'll see the S&P 500, you'll see crude oil, gold, and 10-year bonds. They're relatively flat compared to Bitcoin. It's clearly obvious that in my research, the average stock market return is about 13%. And I looked over the last 10 years, and on the best year out of the last 10 years was 2017, and we had returns of 30%. But no other year was close to 30% or even above 20%. So 13% is the average stock market return. And you can clearly see that the return for Bitcoin is the best performing not even digital asset, but Bitcoin is the best performing asset in the last 10 years. So you can't beat the returns anywhere. If you look on the graph to the right, this is the same time period, but this is strictly for the cryptocurrency market. What you will see is that at the outlier, which is the green on the top, is not even Bitcoin. So what does that tell you? That tells you that while Bitcoin is the one that you hear about in the news, it's not actually the cryptocurrency that has the largest return on investment. But as you can see,